welcome back to another episode of DLC. I'm Alex from the Game Club podcast, and today's episode is about a game from the what?
Avast, G-Dogs! Prepare to be boarded!
Defend the I mean ship!
Rebels away! Take the ship!
Parley!
Down on your knees, you lily-livered bilge rat!
And listen up, because this is a B.A.P DLC takeover.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to a B.A.P takeover of DLC Windrose edition. I am one of your hosts, Captain Jaka, and over there...
Yarr! Hi, B. Skylar.
just Skylar.
Yeah.
just,
I'm low on the food chain.
just Skylar. That's right, we have taken over. We have boarded the podcast ship of Game Club Pod. Alex is tied up in the bilge right now. He is screaming. But you can't hear him because we've had him tied up. We'll make him maybe walk the plank in a bit.
We're still thinking about it.
But that's right. Yeah, me and Sky took over because we've been playing Windrose, a new game that came out about a month ago, I want to say.
See, this is why I want to research these
14th, yep, 14th of April it came out. So it's been over a month since it came out.
And you have how many hours in it?
I have 70 hours into this game. But you're probably asking, what is Windrose? Is a PvE survival adventure in the age of piracy. Fight on land, sea, solo, or with friends. Build, craft, and explore vast open world filled with dark secrets. Master Souls-like combat, and take on challenging bosses. Command your ship and plunder unspoken treasures. Or, as we found out, everything you can sell.
Yeah, it's a co-op survival crafting game, so I'm having a great time with it.
The way to explain, if people have never seen Windrose, I liken it to if Black Flag met Ark and you smushed them together with less monsters.
I call it Valheim, but with pirates. It's very survival crafty.
It's very survival crafty. So basic mechanics. You have crafting, we have armor in there. We've got weapons, food. You can even make your boat.
Yeah, that's true. Though I will back up and say that it is currently in early access, but it's still got a lot of content. Really happy with that so far. And for $30, it's not a bad price, honestly. There's a lot of content. We spent this much time in it, and we again haven't gotten past the second boss yet.
No, we've not even touched the second boss yet. We are building up to it though with our crew of people, because you can have up to 10 people playing this game. Now they do warn you that when you hit 10 it can get a little laggy, but we've not really experienced much of that.
Well, I don't think we've played with a full 10 people on the server at once. We may have it at one point.
We got to 8 at one point and it was fine. I mean, we're talking all over the map, doing different things on sea, on land. It's been, I mean, we have a dedicated server through a friend who's been running it, and it's been smooth. I mean, smoother than like AAA games like Battlefield. I can barely get that thing to run at the moment. But yeah, Windrose, this random developer, which is
Kraken Express,
I don't think has made another game, but they have published it with, and we just found this out, Pocket Pair, who did Pokemon ripoff.
World.
I mean, I did not know they would make. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's a crafting world with like stolen kind of things from other games, but. But what else? What else are we missing?
Oh, let's see. Well, we could talk about the crafting itself. So you can craft your armor, weapons, your food, and your boat. But you also share resources with everybody. It's definitely a co-op game, as there's no PvP that I'm aware of. But the resources themselves, the nodes, like at least at this point in the game, the copper, the iron, those are shared resource nodes. So if a friend, Shabam, for example, goes to loot everything, it takes about a day for it to come back. And he has done that to us several times.
In fact, it's not a day real time, that's a day game time.
No, it takes several in-game daytimes for it to come back.
Which can go fast if you keep sleeping, though. I have found that out. You can actually speed time up by sleeping if you're just on the server by yourself. You can rinse and repeat. There are ways to cheat this.
The things you discover when you've got 70 hours. For a note, I've only been playing with you, and that's 20 hours.
Yeah, I have been raiding. Now, one thing I will say is there are lots of node places to mine. It's just higher level areas. You need to explore a lot. Speaking of exploring, the boats you have, there's many types and there's many enemies and there's some allies as well, which I've actually just started to find.
Hmm.
You can have real good fun with the sea battles. It's very Black Flag, Skull and Bonesy type style. You command a ship. You can fire cannons from the left and right broadsides and from the front of the ship, and you can board enemies and fight on the ships as well. That's how you capture and like take the supplies and off the ship. And that fighting can get a little finicky because you're on a ship and you can't pass through your allies who board the ship, and you can't pass through objects on the ship. So if you get caught into a corner with 5 guys trying to kill you, I would say the best thing to do is jump off that ship and then jump back on the ship.
We cheesed a few battles that way. Yeah.
Yeah, we have cheesed a few battles.
Yeah, and speaking of cheesing battles, the combat itself, I would say, is quite difficult. I still haven't gotten the hang of it. Now, you mentioned that you feel like it's not more that it's the game that's difficult. It's more so the fights themselves are pretty well telegraphed, but you feel like it's more of a skill cap than it is a gameplay issue.
Like say Souls-like games, the enemy will usually telegraph their attacks, and they usually give you a few seconds to understand that it's happening. Now, sometimes they do change up their attacks, which can really catch you off guard.
Yeah,
And they have stagger abilities. They have range fighters as well. So you could be taking on 3 guys trying to attack you with swords, and then a musketeer can shoot you in the back.
right,
So the more enemies you take on, the definitely harder it gets, especially with trying to maintain your health, your stamina regen, your block, because you only get certain amounts of these points
right.
as you're fighting. As obviously, as more you fight, the more you explore, the more experience you get. You get more skills, and you can increase these, and your armor, and everything comes into it. And it's so well balanced that even if you're under leveled, you can kind of, if you remember Call of Duty when in the zombies, when you used to run a zombie train because you were trying to survive and you had them all chase you. You can have these enemies chase you for a while as you kind of heal up and run around in circles going, it's like the Benny Hill of games. Like you can have up to 10 of them. But it is very fun, and they have different weapons though. So you go for a ranged, like you're using guns a lot.
Yeah, I'm using a gun and a rapier. So it's more of a finesse weapon that gives you more advantages when you parry correctly. I am very bad at it, but it does have some really good advantages. Is when you parry correctly with it, it gives you an extra bonus on attack.
And depending on what weapons you're using, you can choose different clothing which you can make or find and buy at some points as well.
Right, yeah, it's as part of the crafting abilities, you can increase the levels of your armor, increase levels of your weapons, and you do gain experience points as you explore the game. Not necessarily the amount of enemies that you defeat, but it's based on completing missions. It's based on finding
Opening
locations,
chests,
opening
yeah.
chests in certain locations, and getting those checklists marked off. So there's some RPG elements to the game as well.
Yeah, and there's very fun little things you can build your base as well.
Yes, that's a big part of it.
Depending which island you decide to settle on, we have now moved islands 3 times. That's just me and Skylar's base.
Yep.
Whilst our friends like Shabam have built another base. Now you'd probably thinking, well, if you've got bases all over the place, you have to keep using your ship to get there, and it does take a bit of time in the ship to travel. Thankfully, though, they do have quality of life improvements like fast travel. You can only have a certain limited amount of these, and you have to make them. But they do help when you get further into the game and you go further out exploring, because it would take you so long to travel
Right.
to each place. Now, some people say the traveling's worth it because you can fight ships, you might find other islands, but sometimes you just need to mine copper and get across to the next island to melt that copper down.
Yeah, and it does take a while sometimes to travel, depending on your ship, the size of your ship, the variant that you chose. You can be either really fast or really slow.
And the more enemies you kill, you might not get experience, but you can sell their captured marks of the big enemy in this game, which we probably should say is is Blackbeard. He's the big bad in this game, and you are fighting his. There is a story we should probably look into talk about the story at some point. We'll do that. We'll do that in a second. But the you can like there's a reputation gauge with other factions like the Brethren of the Coast, the Smugglers, Buccaneers, and people of Tortuga. So you can trade more with them to get more building supplies and different types of designs. Like we started with mud huts and beds on the grass, and now we are building a flipping fort town at this point.
We are surrounded in
And
rock.
like this game has a lot for different people. I enjoy exploring and killing. Some people like I know one of our friends, Caillou, is building a base. Like his whole game is just bring me supplies. I'm going to build this big base on this mountain.
I'm about the
Other
same.
people are going for like the storyline.
I like the base building as well. It's got a lot of detailed pieces in it that you can throw in that you wouldn't necessarily care about if you were building something quick, but you can add in a lot of detail. And again, the more detail you have increases your comfort level in your base, which increases your stamina, which is an interesting mechanic. Because the higher your comfort level is, the longer you have that stamina bonus. It's like a refresh thing.
Yeah, it's just to go right back to the start, which we probably should have started with, and I'm sure that I can hear Alex in the back screaming, do the story, but he's muffled at the moment. It's basically you start off, and you can again play this single player or multiplayer, and the story's the same either way. It's just, and you can transfer items through different games as well. So if you've been mining in one game, you want to take stuff to another game, you can do that as well. It's you start off you're basically set in an alternate age of piracy. You're taking the role of a captain who's beginning the journey of their voyage. What starts as a personal mission tied to challenging the infamous Blackbeard slowly grows into a larger conflict. That's why you get all these other allies joining in because everyone's trying to fight for the seas. Blackbeard's been taking over. And you basically lose, and you're now trying to figure out why you're still alive, where your ship's gone, where all your allies have disappeared to, and it's uncovering how you survived and what's happened to you. Because there's not just pirates in this game. There are undead. We have giant crab monsters. We have. And you haven't seen them yet, Skylar. We've got these giant boat-looking creatures that I found recently.
Yay!
So there is a mythical type, almost pirate lore kind of thing. I'm hoping, because obviously, as we've said, it's early access. It's already a solid game, but there could be so much more that could be put into this. I'm hoping they bring like krakens into this, sharks, like because you can fish in this game, and the fishing just seems to be to get food at the moment. But I want to see more. They could really make this into a full-on game with more DLC and more put into it. And surprisingly, for a game that's only been out for a month, it's already sold. I think like it sold 1 million copies in 6 days.
Yay!
And 200,000 players online concurrent. Like when this was released, this was put on April 19th. That was
as of the 14th. They had reached 2 million copies sold.
It definitely scratches an itch I didn't know I was missing. I love Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and I know they've just re-released Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but I've played that game and finished it. This is something new, and it's almost replayable because we've been 70 hours in, and we've not even dared take on the second boss because the first boss ruined us.
Right.
we was like juggling our bodies around. We couldn't do it. We had 10 people at one point. Like we still had to fight to the death.
And we still have so few things unlocked in the skill tree as well. I'm really interested to see how far this goes and what actually is worth leveling into as well. I'm just happy it lets you respec.
Oh, you can respec. That's one of the best things. If you want to change the way you play, you can respec your skills and your attributes that you've done. It's free. You don't have to pay any price. That it knows that people might want to change up their gameplay. So if you want to be fast and loose with like a rapier and a gun and kind of hit and run tactics, or like me who just uses a two-handed broadsword and just keeps hacking until everything's dead. We've got pistols, muskets, blunderbusses, you've got pikes, broadswords, rapiers, cutlasses. They've got a range of weapons and armor as well. You can go as a pikeman who does more stamina regen for like if you want to keep swinging two-handed swords. Vitality based, strength based. And it's actually kind of D&D based if you look at the skills. Like you can do agility, mastery. You can see where they've taken ideas from other kind of games and gone, okay, how does this mix well with the armor and the food buffs? And if you look into it, there's so much when it comes to like depending on what you eat might change the way you play the game. So like I eat a lot of like meat salad because we've got a lot of it, but it induces like more vitality for me, so I can take more hits. But there's one that gives you more precision. If you want, but somehow if you eat if you eat the tomato stew, you can have precision-based skills like level up. But by the end, you're just eating whatever you can to survive. The cooking in this is eat as much as you can and keep going.
Yeah, one of my complaints is that the food that we have, at least the food that we've been eating, only lasts for about 15 minutes, and then your health bar drops below half.
I'm guessing with the next, because we should say the first area you start in is just like beaches and trees. It's just called like the standard. Then you go to the foothills, then you go to the swamps, and then there's an area that's not even unlocked in the game yet. It's still in early access. It's called, I think it's called the Ashen Hills, and I think that's the it's locked. We can't even play that area yet because it's still early access and they're still making it.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's incredibly fun game. We just wanted to do a little DLC, so we hopped on our brig, we sailed out, and we found the frigate Game Club pod there in the distance, and we decided, you know what, we're taking over today.
Thanks, Alex.
Yes, sorry about this. We've completely taken over your podcast. Although I expected to see the other two. Where is Joey and him? They're usually around. Oh, what's that in the distance? Do you see that over there? The two flat. Oh my God, he's got an armada.
Oh, thank the seas. My podcast brethren are here.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Quick, kick Alex off the side of the ship. Do it. I'm gonna get back on the boat. Lads, let's go.
To the plank with you.
Thanks for sticking around. This has been B.A.P taking over DLC. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye now.
Is that a dolphin? Oh no, it's a shark. Yeah.